Okay, we're back for the last hour on Friday, February the 4th. This is it. We're coming in to the last 60 minutes of the week. And I'll tell you, we're coming into a strengthening market here. They're all up. Every single one of them is higher, and the fear index is dropping. The index is on the Nasdaq up 300 points on Nasdaq. We're up 48 on S&P, and we're up 120 on the Dow. The highs of the day kind of right about now. Over on the Russell 2000, we're up 14 points, and the VIX is down 188. The fear index has dropped to 2247. That's a 7.7% improvement. I'm trying to talk about this all the same time. It's so exciting. This is fantastic. We've got a good market going here. Now the question is, what kind of power is behind it? How far will it continue on? Will we see marked improvement on a bunch of our stocks, the ones that we follow? The Dow right now, 118 points. Rocket Lab is at 952. I like this. We're up 49 cents on Rocket Lab. I'll take gains, baby. I'll take gains. We deserve gains. Thank you, by the way, for 41 thumbs ups already. Nice to have you here. Let's take a look here. There we go. The Rocket Lab was as low as today, 15 minutes into the opening, we were down to 885 right off the get. Awful, because the Dow was down right off the bat. We've climbed ever since. We broke through our 10 o'clock, 10:30 high, which was 937. We blew through that. We're now 952. And the high of the day, 954, 1.1 million. So we're essentially at the high of the day on Rocket Lab. SoFi, 1185. High of the day, 1182. We're basically at the high of the day on SoFi. 38.6 million, lighter than usual. There is no stock coming in anymore. It is this sell-off seems to be kind of over with. We were as low as 1116 on the opening, just 15 minutes in. 1188 right now, pushing higher. The Dow right now, 125. We're climbing again. GameStop, 101.86. We are at almost the high of the day, 102. We just scraped 102 just a moment or so ago. 102 high of the day, 1.48 million. The low on the opening this morning, 95.08. And here we are now at about 102. So that's a $7 improvement from this morning. I think we're going to go higher. I don't see resistance here. The 100 level is not a problem. We're going higher on GameStop. Matterport, 848 right now, up 36 cents. High of the day right now here at 848. Finally, we've had a Matterport day where instead of being up half a buck in the morning and then losing it all, or up $1 in the morning and losing it all, we started down at 783 and we've added to it. We're now up to 847, 848 on 12.4 million, and we're climbing right now higher on Matterport. 23andMe, 481 on 23andMe. We're taking a run back to the $5 neighborhood. We were down to 447 this morning. 481 right now, the high of the day, 482, the volume 1.6 million. We're improving as well on that one. Go, baby, go. Spire is going higher. We were down to $22.57, 257 this morning. We're now at 288, the high of the day, 711,000. She's just running up, taking a run, maybe, possibly $3. Can we see that today? Wouldn't that be something? ATIP was a laggard. It didn't start down on the day. It was down a little as far as, on the actual index itself. It was like sitting at 293, but it came back to the 297.98 level. Then it dropped right around 12:30 this afternoon. It hit its low of 286. It was doing the opposite of everybody else. And since 12:30, coming back from 286 now to 299.5, pushing $3 around right now. It wants to break it, and I think we just did break it, breaking $3 on ATIP on 677,000 shares. Smart Rent, low of the day was the opening, 752. We're now 788. The high of the day right here, 198,000 on Smart Rent. And for the week, Smart Rent has been actually doing rather well. We have been in around the 750 level on the 31st of January, about 6 days ago, 5 6 days ago, and we've been hanging around the 770 range, 760 range, and now we're pushing 788 to 790 on Smart Rent. Sixtera, the only down stock of the former SPACs we're following. It was this morning on the opening around 1160, got up to 1180 for its high, meandered around 1180 for 3 hours, and about an hour ago it broke down. It backed off to a low of 1131 for a quick drop. Now it's at 1151. It's come back 20 cents. It's down 15 cents. Not a disaster. It's just down 15 cents. The only one that isn't actually higher, it'll be interesting to see if in the last 54 minutes it joins the party. 119,000 volume on the day. The Dow right now up 143 points. It's sitting at 35,255. We're essentially at the high of the day right now for the Dow. We're looks like we're at the high of the day on the S&P. Nasdaq is up 315. And over at the Russell 2000, we're up 1426. That's 3/4 of a percentage point. And the VIX is down 2 points to 2233. That is very good. The VIX is off 8.3%. Money is coming into this market right now to run it up as we get closer to the close of the week. So we got positive movement here. 151 on the Dow right now, climbing to another high right at the moment. Rocket Lab 951, SoFi 1188. Can it hit 12? 101.53 on GameStop. The Matterport 852 climbed again. It's up 40 cents. She's climbing. Matterport, go Matterport, go. ME4 just about 480. Spire just under 290, 288 now. ATIP 299 going for 3. Smart Rent 792 just broke through 790 going for $8 on Smart Rent. Sixtera still down 14 cents. Now AMC is up as well. It's up right now at 1546. The high here 1557 just a few minutes ago. 25.2 million. There's the bad news on AMC. 25 million even at these cheap levels. They're not piling into it in a big way. The shares did hit a high this past 7 days at 1842, but that was on the 1st of January, I think, or Feb 1. Sorry, Feb 1. What are we at now? The 4th, so 4 days ago. And then we were yesterday as low as about 1468, and we're now at 1547. So it's trying to mount a bit of a charge, but the volume isn't heavy. Robinhood is holding 1505 right now, up 90 cents. Vanek Vectors has gone green. It's up 289 after bottoming out at what time was this? Around 11 o'clock this morning. Vanek was down to 266. It's now 274. We're $8 higher from the low, up $3 right now on the day. Home Depot down $3, making a comeback. It got down to $354, now $361. A $7 comeback, still down $3 on HD. HD could show up in the green today the way it's going. IBM is positive, plus 11 cents. Microsoft right now up $7.12. It's at 308 now. It was down to $299.99 this morning. So it's an $8 up move. We've been up all day on this thing since the opening few minutes. We've gone positive. Apple up 94 cents to 173.57. I'm so glad those of you who were writing Apple contracts were covered. That is good news there. Goldman up $10, 369. Beautiful job on Goldman, getting more powerful. Lovely to see it coming back. It's still only at 6.2 times earnings. It's got a long way to haul, but at least it looks a heck of a lot better than 332 here at 369. Cisco has gone green. It was negative all day until about 2 hours ago. We're up 27 cents to 55.47. The lowest 55.39. This is a $1 improvement for sure. Facebook holding a $2.07 gain. Facebook got down to $230 this morning. It's $239.90 now, and almost $240. So Facebook looks a lot better than it did this morning. Over at Amazon, we're holding a $431 gain at $3,208 a share. Very close to the high of the day. A solid day on Amazon. Tesla doing well, up $42 at 933. It was as low on the opening at 881. So it's had a great run here. On Google, we're up $31 to 28.83. High of the day right now, and we were at 27.96. So we've come back, $87 from the low of the day on Google to now be up $31. Very good. Bed Bath Beyond up 16 points. Bed Bath Beyond trading at $16, up 34 cents. It is positive at the high of the day. BlackBerry up 16 cents to 742, looking good. Real Caribbean, unfortunately, down 353 to 75.83. JP Morgan up 425 at 153, looking good. Costco has recovered to only lose 78 cents. Costco was down to $510. It's $520 now. $10 move, actually an $11 move. Now it's $521. Walmart down a buck. Been down all day. Got down to 138. Now back to 139, 140 or so. Oh, it looks like it was 140 now on Walmart. Just it's better, but still off 98 cents. Nvidia up 650, high of the day here, climbing. Nvidia has gone from 236 to 246, $10 turnaround on Nvidia. Disney was down to 139.30, 139.50 now, 142.95. Looks like a almost $4 run. I'm all excited here. We're moving up on a whole bunch of stocks. We just are. Netflix was as low as $3.96, now back to $4.11, shooting now $4.12. Nice turnaround. Snowflake. Oh wow, what a move! Snowflake was at $2.55 this morning, $2.82 now. It's up $26 on the day here. Very good recovery. That's had a bad week. DraftKings up $1.15. Moderna up 15 cents. Doesn't sound like much, but it was down to $160, now 164. Just went green. Workday was down to $231. It's now $240, up $9 to be up $7. DoorDash is up $7.77, back to 100 a share from 93. So the whole market has turned right around. The Dow is powering up now, 214 points to the upside right now. The high of the day, the Dow is accelerating its gains as we speak. S&P up 61, Nasdaq up 342. We are quickly erasing a lot of yesterday's losses. I mean, quickly. We've had a 100-point rise in the Dow in 10 minutes since I've been talking to you. We're coming on. Again, our favorites, Rocket Lab, 957. This is the high today on 1.1 million. SoFi, 1192, pushing for $12, up 36 cents. GameStop, 102.24, up $3 and climbing. Matterport, 850, up 38 cents and climbing. ME, 479.7, $4.80 looks like. Trying to get to the $5 mark. Can it do it? Spire, 288, up 27 cents. This is just at the high today, half a penny below the high today right now on Spire, trying to push back the $3. So Spire's 288, ATIP is $3. They're only separated by like 12 cents. Smart Rent now 792, up a quarter, and Sextera coming back down 11 cents at the moment. And even AMC is trying to run towards 16. 1562, can it reach 16? It is getting some spikes right now, buy spikes. So it looks like we've had 3 buy spikes come in on AMC in the last 30 minutes with a little pullback, a higher spike, a little pullback, a higher spike on AMC. 1566 the high, 1561 right now, the current trade. Robinhood holding a $1 gain, 98-cent gain, trying to hold up a buck here. There we are, the Dow up 213. Okay, oil up to 92.23, 7 straight weeks of gains. Sooner or later, oil will have profit taking and we'll give up some ground, but at the moment, it's not happening. GameStop looks like new highs are being set here. Trying to update my big ass iPad. Yeah, 102.40. 102.40 was just set on GameStop in the last minute or two for a new high of the day. We're up $3 a share on GameStop. Finally, cluttering through all that clutter. We've traded 1.5 million, bought back whatever was in the way. It's gone. Stock is inching higher. I would not write calls on GameStop. I would not write into this market right now. This market across the board is climbing. I have a feeling that the market observers and the pundits and the experts and the momentum traders and the chart people, they've all been wondering, okay, we had 4 days in a row, Friday last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the markets went up, and then Thursday we had the day. Is that the beginning of are we going back or what? Well, we were down this morning. And it didn't last, and it ran out of gas, and then we came on, and now we're climbing again. The Dow this morning hit a low of 34,799. We were as high as, looks like 35,662 yesterday. So 34,800 from 35,600. That's 860 points. We backed off from Wednesday's close to this morning's low. 800 points we gave back. Now we've come back the other way. We're now up 500 today from the low. Today, 500. So we've only 300 points below the high of the week on the Dow. This is what the observers are noticing, and they're seeing all the markets up. The VIX is dropping. The Russell 2000 is higher. Money is coming in all over the place. It's not just the Dow 30 stocks. It is all over the street. We have money coming in. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Apple. Thank you, Microsoft. They are making money, tons more money. And the talk of the interest rate debacle, the talk of inflation, the talk of supply chain problem, the talk of Omicron, it's all just subsiding. We're back to earnings, baby. We're back to earnings. Job report today, very positive. Upgraded from on December, very positive. Jobs available everywhere. There is no recession coming. If you can't fill jobs, you're not going into a recession. You're going to get higher pay for workers, which means a hotter economy. And so the market is telling us, we get it. We see the economy picking up. We see the employment rate very low at 4%. We see jobs being created left, right, and center, job openings everywhere. There's demand for goods and services. Yeah, baby, we got earnings coming. We have earnings. Forget inflation. This is a nothing burger. This inflation thing is easing off, and all of a sudden things are looking a lot better here. I like it. Welcome all to the show for the last hour of the day. And there you are. Alexander is saying, on the one hand, I'm celebrating because Goldman stocks is going higher. On the other hand, it's frustrating to see my 355 call that I wrote increasing in value. I gotta hope for the good time for shrinkage so I can roll into 218. Well, Alexander, you're making more money on the gain of your either long call or your stock than you're losing on your call. And so an increased value of the account is what it's all about in the end. Rollovers are rollovers, and you'll figure it out. Right now, you're not in a rush to have to do the rollover because you've got 2 more weeks, so you got plenty of time. And let's see how it goes. We're not complaining about this improvement in the market. We'll take it, man. We'll take these problems as our problems. If we have to have problems, then let these be our issues. All right. Thank you, everybody, for popping in, and it's looking good. FS is wondering, how can Amazon include Rivian in their earnings per share? I guess what they've done is they took the value of the Rivian stock at the end of the quarter, and they used it as a capital gain or capital loss on the issue. And they had a capital gain locked in at that time. But right now, as we are speaking, I think Rivian is down from where it was a quarter ago. I think I read that this morning. And so this may, fluctuate values of the gains and the losses. Same thing for Ford. Isn't Ford also into this thing? We'll see how all that plays out. But yeah, at the end of the quarter, they had to declare the price of the stock at the end of the quarter, include that into their overall situation, and declare it. And there it is. GameStop 102.08 right now. I guess if Rivian goes down in this next quarter, if it's priced lower at the end of the next quarter than before, they'll have a tax loss that they can claim against income. So it all works out. They had a taxable gain, then they have a taxable loss, or however Rivian does. We'll see what's going on. Michael, I bought back those apples for $1 each, Bruce. My win for the week. Ha ha. Right on, Michael. Joe's signed an exclusive order to slush out money for shovel-ready jobs today. That's a plus, even though it'll end up propping things up. Executive order to slush out money for shovel-ready jobs today. Okay. And shoveling wasted money. I don't know what that. Okay, fair enough. Get the economy going. Just let's go. Let's go. Just go. We're up 175 on the Dow, climbing a little bit again. Up 312 on Nasdaq, 54 on S&P. The Nasdaq's up 2.25%. S&P's up 1.2. The Dow's only up a half a point. Up 170. It's only up half a point. It's the lagger. The Dow is the slowpoke here because Nasdaq continues its climb back. It had a drop. They all had a drop yesterday, but the Nasdaq is eliminating a lot of the drop right now from what we see. Okay. This week's wins, question mark. My Microsoft 310s got picked up for a penny a share earlier today. Wrote new ones for next week. Also, my GameStop 105s expired today. It's about to be picked up for 1 penny as well. There you go. Money being made. Way to go, Alexander. Drops means Joe is infusing cash into the market. Spire is climbing, I think Alberta's saying. Yep, it's climbing. Spire be higher, baby. That's the dealio. Right now, 286 and a half, up 25.5 cents on Spire. ME is up to 480 now, up 27 cents, and Matterport 844 up 32. GameStop 102.10 up to 87. SoFi up 36 cents to 11.93. Rocket Lab 952 up 49 cents. We are climbing. The Dow's now up 189, getting higher. We have ATIP up 4.95 cents to 302. Smart Rent up 26 cents to 7.93. Cyxtera down 11 at 11.55. We don't need much for Cyxtera to jump 30 cents. It can do that in like a minute by, I don't know how. It's such thinly traded stock. AMC up 71 to 15.58. Robinhood up $1.02. 102 on Robinhood, 15.17. Vanik up 2.97. Home Depot only down 2.56 now. IBM is unchanged. Microsoft up 6.5. Apple up 87 cents. Goldman up 10.63 to 3.69. If you folks out there have not written on Goldman yet, if you haven't written any calls, if on Monday we open up at 370, 375, you might be looking at 380s for Friday or 385s the week after. That's a nice ring to it compared to 350s and 360s, that's for sure. Cisco up 24 cents, Facebook up $1.40, Amazon up $428+, Tesla up $41, Google up 30. So we've got power coming in here. Very good looking markets right now. We'll take this 102.34 on the GameStop. We're pushing a new high around. The high now, 102.46. That is the high of the day on GameStop. We're pushing it around again at 102.32, 102.34. Looks like GameStop wants to go higher again. Okay. The only unskilled workers in the U.S. are politicians. See, that's not a bad comment. Not a bad comment. Anyway, there you are. What are the market implications of oil hitting 100? It's a nothing burger, Kareem. You're absolutely right. It will be another. It's just a number. And there you have it. Austin, 117 thumbs ups. Thank you, Austin, for number 117. Appreciate that. The Dow up 180. S&P holding 56 points. Nasdaq 322 points higher at this moment in time. The Dow just jumped 193. She just popped again. The high of the day on the Dow is 35,333. We're at 35,304. So only 29 points away from another high trade on the Dow Jones for the day. Go, baby, go. I love it. We've had basically a run up ever since 11:30, like 11:30 this morning. We had a big shot from the low 34,800, let's say, to about 35,000 and about 35,000. So we popped 200 in a half an hour from 11 to 12. And then we hung around a little bit at 35, and now we've added 300 points to the 35,000. So, and that's been a good run. And the acceleration in the last hour is definitely here. There's definite acceleration of this upside. She's steeper towards the end as she's pushing higher, faster. 312 on the Dow. We're only down 20 points from the high of the day at this point. It looks like it's going okay. Well. How about all that? Rocket Lab 954, SoFi 1195. She's trying to break $12 today. She did it already, touched it. SoFi did touch 12. Can it break it? It's backed off a bit. Maybe it's going to take another run at it. 40 million volume is all we have, and we're up to 36 cents. So we didn't need 100 million volume to get up here. We're moving on light volume. This is a good sign. It's running out of paper down here. I think that's the story. And as now buyers are coming in, watching this rally, they want in on SoFi because of all the news. You can't get the stock as easily as it was this morning at 11.16. Who bought it? Did anyone here buy any SoFi under 11.25? Did anybody here get any? Show me your hands. So let me know. Very, very interesting. All right. Lame Duck says, I'm thumbs up number 119. Good afternoon, everybody, says Coyote. I sense a roll coming, says DQ. Austin says, something wrong with my computer. Spire says it's up 10%. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's go. Boeing again. I just understand how this is legal. Free money thanks to Uncle's one-on-one. Way to go, buddy. Love it when you're making money. This is good stuff. Let's go. Hey, Uncle Bruce, GameStop from its low of 95 to 102 and only 1.5 million traded, right? What do you think about that? Good sign, right? Yep, that's a good sign, Marco. It's thin down here. There isn't a ton of paper, 102.30 right now. We're pushing the high of the day of 102.46 around again. And I think GameStop can go quite a bit higher. I think the underlying news is out. We were asking all last week, this week, tell me what you're doing. Well, they told us. They told us through 8 different media outlets. We have been informed what they're doing. Now you've got to decide whether you believe it or not. You've got to decide whether you like what you heard. You've got to decide whether you think that this could really, make a difference in GameStop's prospects. I don't think 102 is high enough for what we're beginning to hear about. I'm kind of waiting for. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I guess I'm waiting for speculators to come in here who are going to say, this NFT thing. These guys don't have to spend $1 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion. They don't have to find $20 billion to make it work. Unlike Facebook spending whatever number of billions they're going to spend, unlike Microsoft buying a $70 billion Activision to do whatever they're going to do with that, GameStop committing $100 million to their NFT crypto thing. I like the way GameStop's doing it. GameStop's just hiring the programmers. I mean, they're just stealing people from everybody in Seattle, the Boston area, and elsewhere to come on board. And I think this is going to pay off handsomely for GameStop. I think the return on their dollar will be significant, and they don't need a $10 billion income hit to get their money back. They bring in $300-400 million in revenue in the next year or two. That's all the money they put into this thing, and it's all just profit from there on. They don't have to build massive skyscrapers and giant factories and nothing. It's digital. I like it. Anyway, we'll see. 102.14 on GameStop. Go GameStop. All right. What else is going on? SoFi 1196. We're going back to 12 on your SoFi, kids. We're going back. We're coming back up again. We're coming back up today. Okay. I'm proud to be thumbs up number 137, says Dave. Thanks, buddy. Let's see. Anyone seen Adventures? Where's Duncan? I'm not sure. He might be around. Let's go. Alex is saying, Uncle Bruce, there are some insane big institutional buyers moving into SoFi. The paper won't be available much longer. I agree. I completely agree that there may be so many shares, like 500 million shares of free trading stock that they quote that's out there, but I don't buy it. I don't think there's more than 150 million actually free trading, because all that rest of it has been picked up and is in long-term diamond hands, institutional hands for a big, long, multi-year return before they give it up. That's what I think. 1196 on SoFi right now. Okay. This GameStop climb is hilarious. Each trade is 1 or 2 shares. Picked up some SoFi 1250s with the dip right on. July 1250s on SoFi. Yes. And on all the platforms, Alberto says, I have a combined 16,800 shares at 1480 on the ye old SoFi. Boy, are you going to do well, Alberto. You are going to do really well. Wow, says Bobby. I won't react. I won't retract my wow. Jeff, I saw that. Way to go, buddy. Baller. And did they offer you a seat at the Super Bowl, Alberto? Asks Bobby. GameStop's just waiting for FBI to show up and cut the power. Let's see. What else is going on? Somebody told me not to post specifics, says Alberto. Anyway, probably a lawyer. They ruin all the fun. It's all good. Go SoFi, go is what I say. Rocket Lab 953 up 50. The Dow up 189. GameStop 102.17. Matterport 843. ME 478.5 pennies. Spire 286. ATIP 302. Smart Rent 793 up 26. Sixtera down 12. AMC now 74 cents on the gain at 1561. Robinhood up $1.07, still climbing. We're up 303 on Vanik. Home Depot still down $3. IBM up 8 cents. Microsoft up 6.80. Apple up $1.13. Goldman up 11.38. 370 plus dollars. Cisco up 27 cents. Facebook up $1.40. Amazon up $4.37. Tesla up $40. Google up 31. We got a good market. The Dow's up again now 207. We're at 35,318. The Dow is coming on for another high number to hit a new high of the day right at the moment. We are climbing, and I think we're at it right now. I think we're over 220 points to the plus side. I think we're hitting new highs right now on the Dow. Rocket Lab just hit 957, up 54 cents. SoFi now 1197. GameStop new high 102.85, going for 103 on GameStop now. At the high of the day right here, 102.85. Matterport 846, ME 479, Spire 287, ATIP 302. We're climbing on a bunch of our stocks, and the Dow is up 216 points at the moment. We are climbing on these markets. 26 minutes to go. The VIX down 2.1, down to 22.1. The fear index is dropping. That is such an important indicator, having been in the mid to high 30s, now down to 22.1, 8.8% drop today, and still falling. That is exceptionally good for money to come into the market. Russell is up 22.8 points, up 1.1%. That is better than the Dow, just behind the S&P 500, which is up 1.33. The Nasdaq is up 2.4%. The Dow's only up 0.6. So the Russell 2000 is just about double the Dow performance, and the VIX is dropping. That is technically very good. Very, very good. Okay. Ooh, are we having fun? Let's see. I have a feeling SoFi wants to run into good next week. What are your thoughts? Um, I I agree. I think the market wants to go higher. Anyway, and Alberto says, it's to be honest, buying up the SoFi, it's all proceeds from writing covered calls. Just writing covered calls. That's where I'm throwing my dough. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Watching SoFi level two, and the buy size volumes are big. 10 plus thousand share chunks at a time coming in. SoFi 11.99. Big chunks of buying coming into SoFi right now. Beautiful job. That is awesome stuff. I couldn't do bulk buys approximately 500,000 shares a week when my secures hit covered calls. I wish all of my bagel familia to be filthy rich. What else? Nice way to end the week on a high, says Bama Babe. Vanguard owns 5.9%, which is 47 million shares. T. Rowe Price, 36 million shares. Red Crow, 35 million shares. Massive, massive buys by these institutional buyers on SoFi. We're now at 11.99, up 42 cents on your SoFi. The volume at the moment, 42 million. And I think that these kinds of buys coming in are just not getting filled. We're trading at 12 now. They're not getting filled. They're only getting partials as they're trying to come in and get it. They have to step up and chase it. Very good. Wow, I just remember it's Friday. How is this green? How can we be green on a Friday? Oh, this is incredible. Way to go, Scully. We're running. We're up 195 on the Dow. We're at 956 on Rocket Lab. SoFi at 12. GameStop now 103.33, new high on GameStop. That stock now 103.44 was the high. We're at 103.33 on GameStop. We're up 410. Matterport 844, ME 479, Spire 288, ATIP 302, SmartRent 794 up 26 cents. Cyxtera still down 12. AMC up 80 cents now. Robinhood up $1.12. We're climbing on this market. Still looks like 207 on the Dow again. A little waiver and then now another spike up. SoFi volume, the high of the day, 1202 on 42.1 million. We are at 1201 right now on SoFi. The 12 barrier is gone. It's gone. Here we go. 103.85 on GameStop. New high. 103.88 on GameStop. Just accelerating as well. We're up 461. Go GameStop, go. That's great. That's good stuff. Back-to-back 15 and 16,000 buy chunks of SoFi just have come through. Very good. Coyote, you got it, buddy. We're through 12. GameStop, SoFi now $12. GameStop 103.87, another new high on GameStop. Just touched 104 on GameStop. We're pushing $5 on the gain today for a good old GameStop. Lovely. Matterport 844, ME 480 now. ME is just a couple pennies below the high of the day on 1.8 million. We're coming on some of these stocks. It'll be interesting to see in the aftermarket how they continue to react here. And then, of course, Monday, away we go. The Dow up 185 at the moment. Okay. And Coyote, my cover call writing senses are tingling. Alexander, there are several buy chunks of 300,000 plus shares of SoFi every day this week have been coming in. Interesting. Tiff thinks we're going to say goodbye to the 11 mark. Jennifer, in plain English, why the heck are we green on a Friday afternoon? We were oversold, and that sell-off yesterday had no oomph behind it. It didn't have enough conviction. Stock ran out. I mean, the loose hands, there weren't very many of them. This morning they had a shot at dropping this market lower, couldn't do it. And too many buyers came in picking up deals because the earnings are coming in on a bunch of corporations. Earnings are still being delivered, and the market is going, wait a minute, whoa. I'm not getting rid of stocks if the earnings are coming in. What do I do? I'm going to get rid of stocks if there's a recession. But with the jobs report today, there's no recession. We have openings all over the place here for millions of Americans, not thousands. Millions of Americans can get jobs if they want them. No, we're going higher. We're going to have even more money come in here. Away we go. All right, BW says, to put this in perspective, AMC buy-side orders are in the hundreds, maybe 1,000 share chunks. SoFi is turning 5,000 chunks at a minimum, and they are massively getting bigger. A 24,000 order just hit on SoFi. It's now 1202. Max Payne 1250 says, Joe, Scully, VIX is slowly rising. I have a feeling profit taking is about to begin. DQ, Obi-Wan Kenobi, not nervous, just disappointed. And what are your thoughts on writing 110s, 115s? I want to see how GameStop performs through today into Monday morning to see how we're going to go. Because I think there's going to be a lot of talk over the weekend about the potential, what the potential is for GameStop, what the financial potential could really be on what they're now doing. And the street does not yet know, has not yet figured it out. And I'm kind of wondering if over the weekend we're going to hear some read up some projections on what GameStop is potentially into here. 103.03 might be a very low price compared to what we might see early next week. So we'll see. Let's go. Is it time to sell on GameStop? No, do not write calls on GameStop. Let your stocks go up. Let your market go higher on GameStop. You'll get richer as it goes higher in price. I think we've had the low. I think we got a rally coming here, and we may have a 110 to 120 to 125 run or more. It all depends. There may be another set of stories that get released by the company, and all those affiliate news sites, they may all just plow the internet with more info on what's going on at GameStop. I expect to hear more, a lot more. Just me. Okay. Yep, GameStop can run up big time. I would wait till next week. Alberto, there you go. Let's see what happens. Ferrigan, keep up with that sweet buy chunks talk. I love that, says Ferrigan. Right on. The Dow right now up 137. A little sell wave has come in, but it doesn't seem to have stopped everything here. The Nasdaq is up 298. S&P up 48 points. So we're coming into the last 18 minutes. We're doing pretty good here. It's been a very interesting day today, a very big turnaround day from this morning's first 3 hours, a huge turnaround. And now we're going to see how this market wants to close itself out. I wonder if we're going to have a late buy wave to push it even higher. We haven't recovered from yesterday's complete losses, so it's not like we're hitting new highs for the week. We're only just consolidating from Thursday's drop and adding, repairing some of the damage there. Monday could be the day where we hit new highs, higher highs than Wednesday night. So we'll follow this, of course. 153 on the Dow. It just came up a little bit here. The Rocket Lab now at 952. SoFi 1196 and climbing again. GameStop 102.86, 103 looks like we're pushing again. Matterport 840, ME at 477, Spire 286, ATIP 301, SmartRent 792, Sextera down 11 cents to 1155. AMC at 1560, Robinhood at 1520 up 105. Right there. IBM down 3 cents. Goldman up 11.21 at 370 a share. Cisco holding a 20-cent gain. Facebook up $1. Amazon up $419. Tesla up $37. Google up $22. What a day! What a very good day today. All right. What else is going on? I'm waiting on my GameStop, says Coyote. Beach Boy. Thank you, sir, for this donation. Uncle Bruce, I managed to catch the dip and get a 15,000 tax loss paid back. Use that to get another 100 GameStop. I love Friday dips. It's a beautiful thing, my friend. It is so different in Israel compared to here. Whenever you buy and sell stocks or options, you have to settle up your gains taxes that day, like that transaction. It's done by your banker for you automatically. So if you buy a stock for 10 grand and it goes down to 8 grand in value, and you sell it and buy it right back, you've just locked in your $2,000 loss. You get a 25% capital gains tax credit into your account in cash couple of days later. That's $500. And so even though you're down 2,000, you do a rollover. You don't have to wait 30 days. There's none of that crap. Do a rollover. You immediately get your $500 tax credit in cash in the account. So you're sitting there with 8,500, 500 cash, and your $8,000 of the stock. Now, obviously, stock goes back to 1,000. You sell it. You've got a $2,000 capital gain. You got to pay $500 on the gain, obviously. So there are times where you can take advantage of losses, buy more stock with the money from the losses, and then run it up. And there you go. Not a bad move. Beach Boy, way to go, buddy. All kinds of fun here. Let's go. Auntie says, I know it's from Motley Fool, but it was posted on an article yesterday with the headline, top metaverse stock to buy right now and hold. Guess which one it was? I think I know. I think we follow that stock here. Bama, saw it. I posted on Uncle Bruce. Bobby, that's great. They were on top 5 list at the beginning of January. Saw that article. Facebook page. It's on the Facebook page. Alberta, the doctor is way too volatile. The Reddit is allowing gifts, which means BS, or they're running the stock. Reddit makes me nervous. I should keep off that platform. Joanne, here comes the meltdown. Okay, Baba, cool. The Dow at 105 at the moment, 105 gain. Rocket Lab up 47. We are down to 14 minutes. SoFi 1191, 1193 now. 102.16 on GameStop. Matterport 836. ME 476 and Spire 287, along with ATIP at 3. We might be into a sell wave, and then we have a buy wave coming on. And sure enough, the Dow was 104 on the upside. Now it's up 128 on the upside. So here comes a buy wave coming into the close of this market again. And we may have several of them through this last 13 minutes. We'll just watch it, see what it does. Back and forth, back and forth. 102.38 on GameStop today. Volume on GameStop has been 1.7 million. No selling, no serious buying. I'll give you that. No serious buying either, but it is an update, and that is an indicator that the GameStop is cleaned out. It's done. Rocket Lab volume today, 1.24 million. We're up to 951. The high today, 958. SoFi's volume, 43.5 million. We're at 1192, up 36 cents. GameStop, I did. Matterport, 836, down, up 24. The volume, 13.9 million. High today, 852. We're at 835 right now. ME volume 1.9 million, and we touched 483. We're at 476. Over at Spire, 286 and a half on a volume of 842,000. We touched 289 today, as high as we could go. Okay. We've got ATIP at $3, up 3.5 cents on a volume of 734,000. High today, 302. Showing the market right now. The Dow up 92. By the way, another sell program came through. We got Smart Rent 791. The high of 794. Volume 257,000 today. And on the Sixtera, we're at 1151. We're off 15 cents. The volume 127,000. That's it. Very quiet on that one. The Dow right now is now up 86 points. It's come back a little bit. We're up 83 now. On the Dow. Okay. People talking about the metaverse and what's going to look like. We'll see. Yeah, the best thing about Matterport, it's going to make money even without the metaverse, and that's true. Without the metaverse, it's going to make money. I think every single realtor on the planet is going to need to use something like a Matterport for listings, and every resort, every hotel room listing that we're going to see on Expedia, Orbitz, Trivago, any reservation system you're ever going to use within the next year and a half max, every hotel property will have to have Matterport in their listing. If you don't have it, you are out. You are not going to get 80% of the viewers on the site. If you're going to try to rent a property, a hotel room, an Airbnb, anything, even if you own an apartment building and you're just trying to rent an apartment, or you own a condo in a city and you want to rent your condo, you've got to get it Matterported. You're gonna have to do that to literally be legitimately accepted as a real renter. This is the future of Matterport. They are going to digitize this planet for everything real estate. Any mall operator, any strip mall operator, you want to rent your space, you have a vacancy, you got to Matterport the space. You got to Matterport your property. That is the new normal. There will be virtual reality glasses that will look like this, roughly, in the not too distant future, where we will just look at Matterport through our phones, linked in wirelessly. It's coming. It's the future. It's coming. Yep. You think this run might continue Monday morning? It could. It could. Yeah, insurance companies are using Matterport too. Don't forget that. Exactly. Contractors are using Matterport to do contract work. Brand new developers building brand new houses are using will be using Matterport. The smart rent people will use Matterport to smart rent their properties with Matterport. That's going to be, there'll be some synergy there. It's huge. It is huge. Uncle Bruce, there's 50,000 SoFi $12 contracts that will expire worthless today if the stock finishes under 12. My theory is that we will close at 11.99 or lower. Now, if we don't, the hedges have to cover Monday or on the moon. Well, 11.88 is where we're at on the stock, and we're down to 8 minutes. So we'll see if there's an attempt to keep it under 12 or an attempt to break it over 12. 11.90 right now on SoFi is what I see it at this moment in time. It's going to be fun. DQ is saying to Austin and Michael, I'm doing a shot if this thing closes above 12. At or over. Let's see. The GC I work for right now uses Matterport on their construction sites. There you go. I use Matterport every day, says Zed Estate. Yep, everything has to be 3D to sell. Let's go. Ed Jones uses Matterport for office planning. They come in and scan the existing space, then can use the scan to rework the walls, etc. It was really cool to watch them scan. 11.90 on SoFi. DQ, if it closes about at 12, even I'll do 2, says DQ. Drops. Nice. I don't think about construction. DQ, above or below 12, Uncle Bruce. Above or below. I'm there. 11.91 right now, DQ. Hang on, kids. 11.91 on SoFi with 7 minutes to go. Can it do a $12 print, or will it be held up? There's a lot of options on the line. The Dow is up 60 now. It's given up some ground. We're up 60 now. We're only up 52 on the Dow. We've had a swoon here in the last 10 minutes. The Nasdaq is still up 243. S&P up 34. Is this a series of computer sells against options and everything else? I don't know. Can't tell you. A 49-point gain on the Dow right now as we are powering into the close. 11.89 on SoFi. 101.71 on GameStop. Is a $100 price the target there? I don't know. I do not know. We're up 55 on the Dow now. A little power coming in again. Is the buying power going to be of any note? I do not know. Bobby, if look at houses, is Matterport the newer views where you can click through the house as it walking around? Yes, that's right. Sharon is saying a quick hello, wishing you and Jen a great weekend. Thanks, Sharon. You have a good one too. Thanks for popping in. We're looking at where are we at now? SoFi 11.88, 12 cents below the $12 level. How will it perform? Volume on SoFi now is 44.5 million. So where are we at now? 6 minutes to go. The Battle Royale is on right now. Why did I just buy more Matterport? Why did I do that? 838 on Matterport. Well, this should be fun. SoFi 11.88. Up now 11.90. Up 34 cents on SoFi. 11.90 last trade. Is there an impenetrable wall of SoFi at 12. 68-point gain on the Dow. We just climbed 20 points on the Dow. How's this going to play out? And 1191 on SoFi. 101.76 on GameStop. Interesting. Yeah. Fun. So cheap, I couldn't resist, says Drops. I couldn't resist. Credit Savage, 5 million shares is a good chunk, and I think the hedges don't want to get assigned. It's not much volume as it is. Drops Family Garden, buy more. I have a July call that needs to print money. There you go. 840 on Matterport. SoFi, 1193. Another penny or two. 101.99 on GameStop. There are 101s, 102s, 103s, I'm sure. So 101.99 on GameStop. The Dow up only 46 now. A little pressure there. Rocket Lab 952, 11.93 on SoFi. 102.08 on GameStop. Just went through 102. Okay. Austin's saying, my wife wants to hurt me. What do I do? Run? I don't know. Tiff, Spire hit 290. It's trying, up 28. Spire and ATIP is at $3 right now. Smart Rent 790, up 24. Sextero still down 21, 1145. The Dow up 31 points. Rocket Lab 950. SoFi 1192. GameStop 101.74, back under 102. And Spire 288.5. Nacho Concern says, good afternoon, all. I'm trying to wrap up work for the day. Nice gains on the Goldman Sachs today. Yeah, fairly strong resistance at 12 for SoFi, says T-Jack. Spire, please, says Pick Nose. Michael, tell her boyfriend to keep her in check. DQ, Austin, tell her boyfriend, leave you alone. BW, Uncle Bruce, doesn't it seem odd that the share price stops right at $11.99 at the close to put options out of the money? Isn't that like a casino tipping a dice over from where it lands? So that's cheating, don't you think? Well, $11.92 is where we're at. 102.01 on GameStop. Spire 288.5. Drops is saying, I just bought 500 more. Are you happy now? Buying up the Matterport. Let's see. Austin, why does everyone think my wife has a boyfriend? What? Just saying. 289 on Spire, 1192 on SoFi, now 1190. 3 minutes to go. 102.26 on GameStop. The Dow up 21 points, coming in at the end here with some selling. The Nasdaq is still up 236, S&P up 30. The Dow is the weak link today, only up 14 on the Dow. 1190 on SoFi, 102.39 on GameStop, 289 on Spire. Let's see. TIFF Spire moves so nice over the last couple of days. I think it is this close to making a big run. DQ, I owe you a bourbon and a Coke. Auntie is laughing. Let's see. Drops. Austin, my wife's always have boyfriends when they don't like you so much. Laughing out loud. Cocktail Times is Dr. G. Scully, Austin, all wives have boyfriends. We're up 20 on the Dow with 2 minutes to go. SoFi 1187. It's going down, not going higher. GameStop 102.21. Spire at 289, up 28 cents. ME 474, up 21. Matterport Holdings 838, up 26. SoFi 1187, up 30 cents. We're down to 1 minute on the day. I don't see a big SoFi buy wave coming in. Does anyone here? 1189 last trade on SoFi. Up 12 on the Dow right now. Are they going to try to run the Dow with a loss? Is that what they're going to try and do? Hit it with a sell program at the end? DQ, gotta call it, Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Dow's down 1.8. Gotta buy back now, right again next week, says DQ. Dow is down 1.8. SoFi 1188. GameStop 102.30. Spire 288.5. We are into the last seconds. In this market, we're down 0.49 on the Dow. SoFi 1190. GameStop 102.39. Spire 288.8. Splair, thank you all for an enjoyable week. Looks that way, Bruce. Good call. I can almost guarantee that we'll close under 12, and once we close, then it'll pop after hours. Larry, boom, boom, boom. The bells are going. Larry says, The Dow loses 7.74 as of this moment in time. Excuse me, gave up 220 points in 30 minutes at the end of the day on a sell program. The Nasdaq did not go down as much, held 228 as a gain. S&P held a 26-point gain. The Dow showing down 21.8 right now. SoFi 1189, GameStop 102.49, Spire 290. Last trade as I see it here. Anti ding 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 ding. The week is over. It's beer o'clock, says Larry. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's see what happens. Thanks, Larry, says Flanagan. Let's see what gives. So in the after hours, where we're still down 22 on the Dow, we'll wait for the last final adjustments to go through. Rocket Lab closed at 949, and that's the after hours at the moment. SoFi 1189 trading at 1187 at the moment. GameStop 102.49 trading at 101.80. Matterport 838 trading at 838. 23andMe 475 trading at 475 in the aftermarket. Spire 290, no trades on the aftermarket yet. ATIP 301 and a half, 301 on the aftermarket on ATIP. Smart Rent 798. 798 on Smart Rent. Tried to go for $8. It tried $8. It couldn't do it. 794 right now in the aftermarket. Smart Rent took a shot at the end. Sixtera 1144. It's now at 1144 in the aftermarket. Excuse me. That is where we're at right now. We definitely had an orchestrated sell program come into the market at the end. There's no reason for the Dow Jones to go from 35,333 to 35,089 in 20 minutes. There was no reason for it. It had to have been computerized trading that just kicked in. The S&P rises to the best to end the best week of the year so far. The S&P is at its best level for this year. Amazon pushes Nasdaq up 1.6% on Friday. So S&P up 0.5 percentage point. The Nasdaq up 1.5 points. Russell was up 0.88, 17-point gain. VIX down 113, 1.13 to 23.22. That was positive for the market. And we've got, let's see here, where are we now? We've got the Dow showing a loss of 21.35. That is officially the loss on the day. That's all artificial at the very end, in my humble opinion. There you go. Rocket Lab at 9.49, no change on the aftermarket. SoFi is 11.84 down a nickel. GameStop is $100.80 down $1.60. Matterport 8.36 down 2 cents after hours. ME 4.72 down 3 cents. Spire at 2.90, no change. ATIP 3.01 down 0.5 penny on the aftermarket. So we have really no changes in the aftermarket at this point. That is where we end up on this week. That's the deal. The Dow advances 1.1% for the week as a whole. It went up. First time in a while, I think. This market is rigged, says anti-PC. That's what it is. It's rigged. Joanne, you have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. And 11.89. How many shots is that for me, Michael? My wife's boyfriend drank all my beer, says Joe. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. Seriously, Bruce, do you think that the market is rigged compared to when you were a stockbroker? Well, I remember when I was a branch manager and a VP of a firm, and I would have my 25 salesmen, out in front of me there, just yapping away with 20 minutes to go in the week or at the end of a month. And my operations manager and I would be keeping an eye on all the stocks we're watching that we know we had big positions in for the branch. We also know which brokers had big positions in the branch, in which stocks. We knew who liked what. And we had a hotline to the floor. I had a direct line to the floor. I could always call the floor trader. And most of my guys at the time were very much into trading Alberta Stock Exchange stock, because we were in Calgary, Alberta. We're the home of the Canadian oil patch. We were also very much into Vancouver-based stocks, which is mining and oil and gas. And then, of course, we would play Toronto and New York, but we were really playing our markets. And Calgary, at that time, when I was branch managing, there were probably 1,100 oil and gas companies based in Calgary, head offices. And 800 of them were publicly traded companies. 400 traded on the Alberta Stock Exchange, 150 on Vancouver. The larger companies traded in Toronto. So, we knew who was who in the zoo and what was going on. And we had brokers who, had insiders of publicly traded companies as clients. We had brokers who had family members of insiders and friends of insiders. And then we had, salesmen who were dealing with clients that supplied goods and services to oil and gas clients, like accounting firms and the so-called the mud suppliers. So this is where you pump a liquid into a well as you drill, and the mud keeps the debris loose so the pipe doesn't get stuck. And then you suck the mud out, and then you clean it and you put it back down again. Anyway, there were suppliers of pipe, and there were welding companies, and there were pipeline guys, and there were thousands. I mean, armies of thousands of people are needed to drill oil and gas, maintain the oil and gas business, keep wells operating, and on and on and on it goes. So we had clients all over the place. We had them all over in the patch. We were definitely in the oil patch at that time. So I would be watching, along with my operations manager, the most margined stocks in our house. We had the printout on our desks at all times, and I knew precisely what had to happen and what could not happen to certain stock prices of certain stocks that we had a lot of in the house. And I could tell by just how rough looking the broker was as to how his stocks are doing. Because if they were having a bad day, these guys were not looking good. Their ties would be all loosened up, and they'd be just sweating up a storm because they'd be on the blower, and they'd be just screaming at the phone and slamming their phone down, because there was a war going on, as there is today. There's a war, and that is between buyers and sellers. And when I tell you guys, at the end of the day, it's all about people. It's not about machines. It's all about people. You are battling when you buy and sell securities, and you write contracts and buy them back and all this. You are fighting other human beings for survival. That's all it is. I keep telling you, it's just business. It's nothing personal. And people are so addicted to the quote on the machine. They're so clued into these numbers and these charts and this. They forget that all of this is a reflection of what other people are doing. Whether you're in the active part of trading or not, you're watching what other people are doing with stocks you like or you don't like, or you own or don't own, or used to own, or thinking of getting back into, or what you trade all the time. So in the last days of the month, and in the last days of a quarter, or at the end of the year, there was a lot on the line. And in our house, there were 2 month ends in those days when I was managing the brokerage firm. There was the month end on the last day of the month, the so-called print for the month. Like, what is the stock price going to be the last second of the last day of every trading month? And then there was the same deadline a week before, because in the days that I was branch managing, we had what was known as the 5-day settlement period. So every trade you did on the week before, the 5 business days before the last business day, that was actually settled on month end. And so we had two serious margin call days every month. The margin call 5 days before the end of the month, 5 business days, and on the last day itself. And so every stock promoter, every company president of junior oil and gas companies that cared about their stock, brokers that were really supporters of some of these companies, brokerage firms that were supporters of certain oil and gas companies that they would raise money for from time to time. In other words, the investment bankers, they all cared. What is the stock doing on the 5th day before the end of the month and on the last day of the end of the month? And I'd hear about it from my floor traders. They would tell me, they call me up and they say, okay, there's a hit job going on company XYZ, oil and gas company. The stock has got to close above at $2 or higher. It's got to be $2 or higher at the bell. If it closes at 199, all kinds of accounts are offside. They'll be under margin. At $2 or higher, everyone's okay. At 250 or higher, the heat's off. People won't be so concerned. But under 250, everyone's nervous. And I'll get the call even before the markets open up on the last day or in the last week, and they'll tell me, yeah, there are 3 brokerage houses where there are a bunch of short sellers, and they've been attacking company XYZ, the stock, and they're putting out rumors that these guys are hitting dry well after dry well after dry well. They're not finding anything anywhere. The drilling program they're involved with is blowing up. It's not working out. They're trying to run the market down because these guys are short a ton of stock. And their thinking is they started shorting it at 3, and they're still shorting it at 240, 250. And their mentality is if we can get this thing down to 180, even before the last day of the month, it is unmarginable stock. That means a wave of stock has to come in for sale if people don't put up cash to cover their margin accounts. And this is the monthly game that was played with a lot of stock. And so with 5 days to go, the first wave attack would be going on. And I might have 2 or 3 brokers in my firm that are sitting on a ton of this stock. They are long this stuff. They have told every one of their clients, this is a great little company, and they're doing a great job drilling for oil and gas, and they're dealing, they've got partners here, and they're drilling gas and oil, and they're going to be a medium producer. They could be a takeover target in a couple of years, and their stock's under attack. And these guys are rounding up, they're calling up clients to buy up more. The cheaper it gets, the more they want to buy. And the entire plan is support the stock at 210 at all costs. Don't let it go under. Or if it's at 180, get it back up over $2. So it's, quote, marginable. You can loan again, borrow money against it. Well, phones will be ringing that day, my friends. And the president of the company might be a client of one of my guys. And he's calling up for instant updates all the time. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? And they're making phone calls to directors and family friends and backers that they've secured over the years. They're calling pension funds that they know you own 1 million shares of our stock. We're having a real success, with our oil field up here. We're drilling this thing out. We don't have dry holes at all. We're being attacked by a bunch of shorters. And sometimes a pension fund will place an order. They'll call a brokerage firm, say, pick up 150,000 of this stuff at, you can pay up to $2 for it, whatever you can get for it. And all kinds of orders are just coming from all over the place and support. And these other guys are attacking it and trying to drop it down. And now it's a matter of who's got more money. Who has more money? Who can outdo who for the 5th last day of the month and then the last day of the month? And I'll tell you, the pressure was unbearable. And then things would calm down for the first 2 weeks of the next month, no matter where it ended up. And then here we go again, all over again. And these stocks that were in this 180 to 225 range, these were the ones that were vulnerable. These are the ones that would be sometimes attacked. Now, there were times where a $5 stock would get all kinds of rumors spread on it. They'd have a dry well. They'd announce that they drilled a hole and it didn't work out. And the stock would go to 425 for a while. And then the shorters would attack it, thinking these guys are done for. They don't have any more money left to drill any more holes, or they were going to drill 10 more wells in that area, but now that they have a dry hole, that whole thing's going to be abandoned. Their whole plan is out the window. They're not going to drill any more wells this drilling season, which means they won't have more reserves to talk about. And so we're going to attack the stock. And so shorters would just come in like crazy. But the management of the company going, well, that's not true at all. We have a $4 million budget to drill out 9 more wells. We're committed to drill these 9 wells. We're a partner with 6 other companies. We're drilling. But no one would hear that because the street would be all excited. And so we'd be following it. It'd go down to 3, down to 250. Panic phone calls would come in. Oh, unbelievable. But there'd be times where the president of an oil and gas company would say, hey, listen, our stock is sitting at 550 all year long. We're producing just as much oil as we were last year. We're going to be producing more oil next year because not every drill is a dry hole. We got results here. We want to do a fundraiser. We want to raise some money. Their stock has dipped down into the $4 mark. Would you be interested in helping us raise $4 million? We'd like to issue 1 million shares from Treasury and raise $4 million. That will fund part of next year's drilling program. And we're happy to let the stock out at 4. It's cheaper than where it's been. We think the price is justified higher, but it's on sale. You want to do a deal. And so there might be a couple of brokerage firms in our area that would make a deal. You take 300,000, I'll do 300,000, he'll do 400,000. We'll put $1 million together. Or $4 million together, whatever it is, we buy the stock up, and we'll do a block trade for these guys. So the stock gets halted. The company files a preliminary prospectus. The announcement is made. I sold 1 million shares at $4 to raise $4 million. Bought deal, done. No drama. Just put $4 million into the treasury of the company. And that gets announced. The stock is called back for trading, and it starts trading at $4.50 a share because the street's going, these guys aren't going broke. They're sitting on $4 million more. They're going to be drilling until 2 years from now. No, there's no need to short this company. And that would be sometimes how presidents of companies would flex their muscles a little bit to back off the short sellers. Don't come attacking my stock. No. There's nothing to attack here. We are cash rich. We're flowing oil, and we're growing our company. And so short sellers would never try to cover. They'd have to cover their short positions, and sometimes it would be a run. Again, is this market manipulation or is this the market? This is the market. This is what's happening behind the scenes. On small companies, very small micro companies, this is life and death. On medium-sized companies, it ebbs and flows. And on the big stocks that we see up here, these large multi-billion-dollar corporations, we see algorithmic buy and sell programs backed up by multi-billion-dollar sized hedge funds that either are attacking 25 stocks at a time or supporting 25 stocks at a time with buy waves, sell waves, buy waves, sell waves. Then we have the mutual funds, the hedge funds, I should say, the speculative hedge funds that have billions and billions of dollars, tens of billions to play with. And these guys are only swing traders. That's all they are. They're not investors. They're just trying to get a spread between one price and another, a trade. And if they can run a 50 stock sell program into S&P 500 stocks, or in the case of the Dow 30, they all of a sudden have 100,000 shares for sale of every Dow 30 stock out of nowhere, and it's all shorted. And they are turning around and buying 100,000 shares back 15 minutes later to try to scoop it back. They're just trying to make a difference between what they got for it and what they're paying for it. They're hoping by hitting the market in a wave of selling, which is done by computer because no human being can make that many phone calls to place that many orders. The computer just automatically puts the sell orders in a nanosecond. The stock floods into the market. The buyers have no idea this is coming. They have no warning that the stock is coming in. The stock shows up. The markets drop. You see the Dow go down 50 points in 1 minute. And on the bottom end of that entire wave, buy orders for 100,000 shares of each stock is put in with certain limits as to how high you're prepared to pay to get it back. And the next thing you know, the Dow goes down 50 and comes up 30. And these guys are trying to figure out, did we just score? Did we sell 100,000 of each, buy 100,000 of each? Where are we at? And the computer algorithm is saying, you sold so many millions of dollars worth of stock, you bought so many millions of dollars worth of stock, you're plus $200,000. because there's no commissions paid on these trades anymore. It's all just commission-free trading. This is normal. This is done by thousands of hedge funds all the time. So some are on one side of the market, some are on the other. Some are $1 million hedge funds, some are $1 billion hedge funds, some are $10 billion hedge funds. It's nothing personal. It's just money. It's just business. It's just business. And as a broker, you got to let this go. You got to relax. We in the business saw this all the time in the 80s and the 90s, and to this day we still see it, and we have to let it go. We don't like it. We don't like some of it. We love some of it. We don't love some of it. It is what it is, and that is the nature of the beast. And as an investor, you have to look at the big picture, the long picture. You can't play the nanosecond game. If you let the nanosecond trading game get to you, you're in big trouble, because you're not an investor, you're now a trader. And you might not be cut out for trading. You might not have the bankroll to handle trading either. That's another thing to remind yourself. We are peons in a massive world of money trying to make our share. That's why I keep coming back to writing options. If you can write calls and use the clock as your friend, as your ally, that is your secret weapon that is more powerful than any hedge fund with trillions of dollars. Clock, the time. The time gets them all. It gets them all. And eventually premiums evaporate if they're out of the money. And that's the name of this game from time to time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that old story. Hope you don't mind. Thank you all for hanging around and being around and checking out the market with me today, and saying hi to Jennifer and I, and all that good stuff. It's good to see you. It's good to have you here. Bruce, it has been helpful to calm down, panic. Now only if I can harness my impatience, I'll be much better off. And there you go. Thank you all. Nice to see you here. The inner machinations of Wall Street are not for us plebes to understand. Yep. What can I say? What can I say? Let's see. Whatever else there. Thank you, guys. NTPC, yes, but we are intellectuals and we're smarter than those guys. There you go. Oh man, I'm a junkie. I can't stop playing this casino. You know, the other secret weapon you have, which many of you have discovered, and I'm glad that you've listened to me about it, is the stink bid. The stink bid is a winner, can be a huge winner. The stink offer and the stink bid, because these algorithmic moves that come in, you're sitting there watching GameStop and it's 105. It was down to 103, now up to 105. You're thinking, oh, I might write an option. Let's see what this stock does. Well, what if there is a buy order wave coming in and GameStop gets sucked up 250 a share in like a minute? You've got a stink offer for a contract that's a buck out of the money, way up there, and you get hit. You get taken out. You've just written a contract or 2 or 10, and all of a sudden you've written these contracts at a price you didn't have a shot at. You didn't think you'd have a shot at this price, and you got it. You immediately turn around, put in a stink buy order, super cheap, and an hour later there's a sell wave that comes in, and you get hit on that one. It's happened on Goldman Sachs. It happens on Cisco. It happens on Microsoft, IBM, all of the stocks, and GameStop. And a bunch of you keep telling me, I just sold some contracts. I just sold some contracts at a super high price. I can't believe it. And then hours later, I just got hit on the bid. The stink bid, the stink offer is one way to take advantage of these algorithmic buy and sell waves. Some of these are so minor that you don't feel them. Others, you can't miss them because they're just in your face. You have to be there to take advantage of this kind of stuff. Now, whether it's a buy and sell stink offer, stink bid on stock, or on options. Either way, you can do it, obviously. I mean, if you're going to trade SoFi in and out, you want to sell it at 12.10 and buy it at 11.80 and sell it at 12.10, 15. But, you wait for a wave that comes above and below. You could knock yourself out, whatever you want to play with. I mean, there are people out there who've been, buying and selling SoFi now for weeks on this high volume, although today only 46 million traded. There's ways to play the stink bid game to make it work for you as well. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. Yeah, Michael, yeah, Bertie is right. If you can accumulate 10, 20,000 shares of something and write very conservative calls at, say, 30 cents or so a piece, that they're way out of the money, that can be some impressive income because of the volumes. Exactly. You have 10,000 shares of something and you can write 100 calls that are way out of the money, but you can bring in 30 cents for this Friday. That's $3,000. 100 calls. Yeah, absolutely. Remember, a loaf of bread for a billionaire versus a person who's unemployed, it's the same price at the grocery store. It's just the billionaire can buy way more loaves than you can, but he doesn't need to. Billionaire needs to eat as much bread as you need to eat in a typical week. And so it's cheaper to get by that way. So if you can write 100 calls versus one, you write one 30-cent call, you bring in $30. You write 100, you bring in $3,000. There you go. Now go buy some bread. There it is. Okay, let's see here. What else is going on? Let's go. Kent, thank you, Bruce. Have a great weekend. Get out. It's beautiful outside. Let's see. I don't know what's going to happen there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I prefer crepes, waffles. Now, I'm a bread guy. I bought some bread today. We love your stories. I've not had any in a while. Great way to start the weekend. Thank you. You got it, guys. Brown toast is what I love. That was because of toast, right? Fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for being here this week. It was great to have you here. Rocket Lab is down a penny in the aftermarket. SoFi is at 11.78, down 11 cents, and GameStop is down $1.09 right now in the aftermarket. Matterport is unchanged. ME is up a penny. Spire on not even trading. ATIP is down a half a penny. Smart Rent is down 4 cents, it would appear. Sextera is unchanged. So there's not a lot going on in the aftermarket right now. Very quiet. I want to wish all of you a wonderful weekend. I hope you stay healthy for me. Don't get ill out there. And let's see how we can do next week. Make some more money. See if what the market wants to throw at us, and we'll kind of play it from there. Yeah, we're down 1 penny on Rocket Lab, down 12 on SoFi, down 40 on GameStop, unchanged Matterport, up a penny on 23andMe, unchanged everything else. Apple up a dime, Goldman up 6 cents, Cisco unchanged, Tesla down 38 cents. Don't expect anything in the aftermarket tonight, really, because it's Friday night. Nothing much should be happening. So there you go, kids. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend. I will see you on Monday before the 8:30 show if you're a Gold Bagel member, and at 8:30 if you are a regular follower of this channel. Look forward to seeing you at 8:30 on Monday morning. Let's see how the Dow and the markets do for us, and we'll kind of go from there. Thank you very much for all of your support, and we'll see you Monday morning. Okay, guys, take care. Bye for now.